Welcome back everybody to another episode of Banished with me, Vapor, and thank you for all the comments. They're really useful, especially with the kind of traumatic experience I was having with, I think someone coined it the, I was going to call it the super brewery, but I think, oh my goodness, what was the building we used? It's in here somewhere, is that it? Nope. I don't know, but someone named it something really good. It might have been the Super Tavern. That might have been its name. I thought that was kind of funny. Yeah, the Super Tavern. So what I've done is I've built the normal bog standard kind of beer garden. And we will put these back in. But it was suggested that maybe I put some like apiaries in here as well to make some mead. And also suggested as well that we put some gardens in. So I'm thinking I might put these on this side. Don't necessarily have to put any houses behind them because I can actually put some decoration there. If I put one kind of like that and then one like this, which will give me an option to actually make different types of beer potentially. I can't remember if these can do everything. I'm just hoping it's not going to interfere with my fence going around. If it does, I'll just move the wall out a little bit more. Have a quick look at what this is. We need to do a little bit more in the way of food, I think. Like different crops and things like that. Health, oh my god, herbs is a serious issue in this town. Let's have a quick look at how we're getting on over here. Okay. Let's drop that down one. So what kind of stuff we get now? 10? 44? 83. We're not getting a lot. Question is why? We're getting a lot of grapes. A lot of coffee beans. I wonder if it's because it's a plantation. I doubt that actually really makes a big difference, but it's really bizarre, isn't it? Okay. Let's test. So let's remove that. Let's put in a normal crop field. Because this herb thing is a serious problem. We're going to end up killing our people. Just because we haven't got the herbs. Well, let's leave that to do its business. Okay. Onwards and upwards with the castle. Nothing new to report from Kraljog, apart from the fact he said he doesn't want me to be a messenger and go scouring all the other YouTubers' videos for ideas. It was notably just around the walls that he wanted ideas, but I'm still going to kind of collate and give him some other ideas because I think some of them are pretty good. And on kind of a slightly unrelated topic, although at the same time it is related, June the 24th, which is a week on Friday, will be my 1 year anniversary as a YouTuber. That was the day last year that I uploaded my first ever video, which was a Banished video, and I've just actually watched it before actually doing this video itself, and my goodness. How I ever got any subscribers I'll never know. Even watching some of my videos now, I kind of think, why do people watch me? You know, what compels people to listen for 10 to 20 minutes and continue to watch? But listening to that first episode, I was very, very quiet. I hadn't quite got my head around how to use the mic. I'm still learning and improving every day, so some days are, better than others. But it was more, you could hear the kind of nerves in my voice. Now I just kind of go at it and I just kind of say what I'm thinking, and if I make a mistake, I just carry on. But back then I'd start a video and I would get my tongue tied and I'd get really angry with myself and I'd kind of stop the video and start again, and I could do that 10 to 20 times. I could even get 10 minutes into a video and do it and then just literally scrap the video and start again. We don't really do that anymore, which is a good thing. Well, it depends on the quality of videos that are coming out, I guess, but I think that's good because it is more natural. As much as I would love like high production value, really good editing, and really good sound, the main one for me is definitely the sound. As long as you can hear me properly and there's nothing really bugging you with that, everything else doesn't matter. I don't think anyway. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to think of something to do for that. I'm not too sure yet, because I say it's 1 year. It's a kind of a momentous thing, and looking at my subscribers, we're probably going to hit another milestone. I think we're just shy of 600 at the moment, which is really cool. Not 1,000. I wouldn't have minded 1,000 by the first year, but I wasn't even expecting 100, so I can't really complain. Anyway, I'm just going to sit here wittering on. So yeah, there was a few comments. I think Kathy started it, but a few people agreed, which I'll post up some of the comments here and here, roughly, because my editing's not that good. And they suggested putting apiaries in for these buildings here, which would then provide the meat for this, which I think is quite cool. We've had talks about like putting a garden type thing in here. There's been talk about I think like the wine and spirits buildings, which I do have, but they're all the way over here, so potentially I could do more. I'm not too sure. Actually, I don't have a distillery, do I? I most certainly don't. Okay, so that's something I actually need to think about. Let's drop this, pick up off. Are they going to go in? Any second now. Excellent. Let's see if that makes a difference. So this one got 44, which is not a lot, and 83. Let's see if that makes a difference. It could be the climate. I don't know if that affects the growth of herbs. I know it affects quite a few different crops. Let me just up the speed a tiny bit. So I'm thinking if we are going to put a distillery in, because I'm thinking of this area as being like a kind of a working area, because it's kind of a little bit of a harbour, isn't it, so to speak. It's right next to the river, the main entrance. So I could put a distillery in here because it's kind of that dirty, smoky sort of building. So we might do that, and then the farmland I was going to put this side. And there's been a few comments about this. I think Zelfia mentioned the RedKetchup barns, potentially the smaller barn might work to hide that, and she's pretty much bang on the money there, I would say. Yeah, the small one, definitely, because the other ones have 2 entrances, so it's not going to work. Yeah. I think it was mentioned as well that I could put the covering in and use some fences and things like that. But I like the idea of having a little workhouse next to it. It's a shame I can't change it to a grey colour. So let's put that one in. I might actually remove this one and change it to something else. But something that matches that barn a little bit more. Yeah. Right, let's get some stuff done. Because I'm just kind of wittering away to myself. Okay, so the apiaries that were suggested were the ones that were in here. I really want to use that, but it's so big. Oh, and bakery, that was the other thing as well. We will do some bakeries. Most definitely. Apiary, here we go. I think the reason this one was suggested was because apparently it doesn't produce wax. Which, I'm not sure, I've never tried it before. I do like the look of the building as well. So, I don't know, well, one's not going to be enough, is it? And I'm not too sure where I want to put them. I could have them just outside. Then it's not too far, is it? I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm probably going to put another entrance here because I was thinking of putting some mines and stuff here. So maybe we could have them just kind of sited slightly outside the wall. Let's have that one there. Let's do that back a bit and one there. So we definitely need to make a bit of a space. Oh, we've got one here, look. See, I've already planned it and I've not realised I've planned it, but we'll have to change that to one with a portcullis, obviously. Well, that's cool. I'm glad I did that. And we run that road along here. Have I done that right? No, I haven't. Let's try that one again. Whoops. could potentially buy some herbs as well. We got some now. It's starting to go up, but that's just clearly from clearing the land. Right. Okay. I do like these. They do look nice next to each other. So, aha, we can do different ones. So, honey. And potentially we'll use something else. We'll leave this one alone for the time being. Put someone in there. We need somewhere for the honey to go. And we also need somewhere for the beer to go. So, is beer classed as a luxury? It probably is, isn't it? Or is it classed as a food? It's a good question. I'm not too sure. Okay. This is the material warehouse. What have we got? Luxuries. Alcohol. There we go. Question answered. So, which brick is going to be best? And I like the idea of these on here as well, because they do look like a proper beer cellar. So I'm going to put as many... Oh no, they're all different. I hate it when it does that. It's good that it does, but I hate it at the same time. Because I go off on a tangent. I start placing things constantly and then it doesn't quite work. I'm probably not using the same colour stone every time here. Right, that should definitely store quite a bit. And then over here, we're going to need... I'm going to assume it's food storage, isn't it? It's going to be for honey. So, the only problem is, if I put a small kind of barn that's based around food, if there is such a thing, I don't think... He's going to end up carrying other things as well. It's a food cellar. Yeah. A magazine would look nice in the castle, actually. Although, actually, that is a storage place itself, isn't it? So, oh, I don't know. Let's have a quick look at the RedKetchup storage places. What have we got in here? Root cellar, granary is used for food storage only. Ah, there we go. And this will go in keeping with like the warehousey sort of area I want over here, which we have some ideas for. Let's go with about there, because we got cranes and things now, so I'm gonna try and jazz that up a little bit. We need to give them a road as well, because they're walking all the way along there, like so. We're gonna need more houses as well. That's the other thing. There's nowhere for these guys to live other than these couple of houses. So that might be next on the list. We have this, so we need an ale wench. Oh, it makes coffee as well. Huh? Has that produced coffee? No. It's just holding coffee. Wait a minute. So I'm confused. So this produces... And they can take it from there, maybe? Well, the coffee just disappeared. So do we actually need this? Probably not. Huh. This is becoming like a double episode, just trying to work this thing out. This one just holds it. This one looks like it produces and holds it. But I don't mind. I'm going to keep them both because I think it just works. It just fits. So we're going to ignore it. So anyone out there that is going to go, well, wait a minute, you're just wasting your time. Why are you using both? Blah, blah, blah. Because it looks good. Simple. And I'm not really bothered about the ins and outs of it. I'm sure Noble Rambler will come in and tell me. I'm surprised he hasn't called me an imbecile yet. Because I can be quite one at times. Let's have a see. Path along here. probably use a slightly different one to go up the back. I've got to work on that fence because we're awfully close, aren't we? We'll probably run a path through to here, and I hate when things don't line up, but that'll do. So this could be a little bit of a beer garden, I guess, in here. I think that's what we will make with that. We've got these apiaries which need 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's making honey. Ah, right. So it does make beeswax separately, and I think it does note there that's colonial charter. That's quite cool. So this place will start being able to make honey very shortly. Okay, this building's gone as well. Yeah, if I put a well-placed bush in there, you're never going to see that. And they're using it as well, which is quite handy. So we need a building in here. Do you know what building I think looks quite good? And I don't think we can actually build it fully fledged, but the school. When it gets like to full height, because it's got that kind of clock tower thing going on, hasn't it? It is quite massive. But we need to put a school in here. So I think we are gonna chuck it in between these houses and hope everything still balances out. But then again, they've got a garden. 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. So I need to leave 4 squares at the front, don't I? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Which means potentially there's going to be no garden for the houses behind. Never mind. Because we're going to have a school. And I will put some, once that's built, I'll put some houses either side of it. Okay, let's solve this ongoing issue. Oh, we need a hospital in there as well. Oh my goodness. All these things. Right, let's have a look under these industry buildings. What have we got? Ooh. Not bad. That one almost looks perfect. Oh my god, that's natural. It's a shame. It is a real shame I can't put that there. That would look brilliant. Never mind. Oh. I like the way that looks. Does it actually? It doesn't go right up against it. That's a shame. What on earth is that? A tannery? Some of these buildings are quite interesting. Because I don't actually have most of these buildings in my town at the moment. So we're missing out a little bit, I guess. That one fits nicely, doesn't it? I think we might have a winner with that one. I think it looks better than the building we had before. Although it doesn't still match up with the barn, but whatever. I've been a bit pedantic about it now. Is it winter? Why is it always winter when I go to place a bush? Ah, dear. Right, so we're going to put farmland here, weren't we? And here, possibly. I don't want to move this, so I might move the farmland more this way. So let's get a little bit more wall in, so we kind of know where we're at. If I can remember where the walls are. There we go. Apparently, he said, this is Kraljug, he's working on the diagonals as well, because we don't have any diagonal walls yet for this, which is fine. I don't feel I need it right now, but if you were going to build like little bits that were sticking out, you would have, because usually have like the castles have like towers in the corners, don't they? And kind of in a hexagon sort of shape, and that would be quite useful for that. And I might move some of these walls later on. I mean, I might extend it out here a little bit, but I've gone too far. Yeah, but we'll wait and see for that. I'm not too sure what we're going to do with that just yet. We've got to focus on one thing, because my poor little brain can't take it. corner piece in here. Excellent. And that will need an exit as well. So I think here, how big is that? That's quite big. We might remove some of the resources from here, so we can start getting our farms in. I'm loving this. I think that's some of my best work in this town so far. But the trees are completely like swarming in. I'm going to do something about that. For a kind of a desert, it is kind of saturated with trees. Right, here we go. So we're getting some ale, but it's not going in here, is it? Let's switch this one on as well. What was it? Mead, isn't it? So it's honey. The thing is, even if it's not being used, the smoke's still coming out. It still has that look. What speed are we playing at? 5. Okay, so we need some houses. We use these ones, didn't we? I was just trying to think then. My brain wasn't quite sure what was going on. Okay. So, was it 4 squares? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's about right. Hopefully this will work. I don't mind having like a tiny gap at the sides, that's fine, actually. I might put one of these ones in to get through the back. No, we won't. That was almost meant to be. Hopefully it works properly on this side as well. Let's put this one in. Is it another big building? Yeah. I think that might look quite good. I'm guessing, of course. until it actually gets built. We need the side one. It's 4, so why are you picking up a fence that big? Is this? Oh, it's the. Is it the ghost one I used it? Yeah, because they're walking through it. There we are. Hopefully. See, the fence on this is a lot bigger. That's a slight downside there. We need a corner piece here, don't we? Yep. That's that one. Probably. Where's the? Is that the freeway? That's like that. It's hard to do it when you can't physically see what they're doing. I'm not too sure about this road here. I'm not feeling it. I think if we're gonna have it, it needs to be here. So we got these tables. I think we could put a couple more out here, couldn't we? Tables, 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 tables. Is it not in here? Aha. How many squares across is this? Because it's not like, if we can make this perfectly square. 8 by 8. 8. So it needs to be 1 square longer, right? Move that road. Move that one. Move that one. That one. here. It does need to be one longer, unless we do by there. So that's 9. Bear with me. That's 9. Remove those. Let's cancel those a minute. I think I know what I'm doing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I on the wrong road? I am on the wrong road. So by rights, is that? I'm gonna cancel that blooming square. Where is it? So that's 9. So that would need to be there. But we have a bit more room, don't we? I bet this must be really painful to watch. But I'm kind of doing it on purpose so you can all scream at me and be like, what on earth are you doing? If we can get away with... How long's... Oh, come on, hurry up, guys. Let's cancel this one here a second. This is when OCD is a really bad thing. Right, so that's 11. But it's not going to be 11 that way, is it? Hey. Sod it. Because I'm going to get stressed. I can't do it. It's just going to wind me up. And I'll end up moving this further back just to get that extra square. So I wanted a fountain dead center. I don't know if my OCD is going to... Let's just kind of leave that one for a second. Oh dear. Well, it's the second episode and the second fire. I'm not having much luck, am I? I think this one is going to be a complete and total loss. But yeah, as I say, they don't spread anyway, do they? If they're not next to a building. Right, you'll be happy to know that the OCD prevailed. And I've moved it back. And that is now centre. So from here to here, it is completely centre. And I'm going to sleep better tonight, just knowing that. Also, the school and the houses have been built. The school I'm upgrading to the full size one. Oh, dear me. I tell you something, it is hard when things like that bug you. I wish they didn't bug me. But they just inevitably do, and I don't know why. I just... It's not normal. Ah, did I put the doors... Alright, so I've always followed with that. Well, that's kind of cool. I wasn't sure if I had or not. Let's get rid of... How interesting is that? That's where it thinks the building is. that's kind of funny. Don't know if that's something that Kralia can fix or not. Now that I'm not really bothered by it, but if that's where it thinks the building is when it's not actually there, whether that will cause any issues, I don't know. Got little trees and stuff growing in this garden. This is where, if you want the sand, it's fine. Or if you're going to put this one in, if you're playing desert, for example, this will give a slightly darker texture but still give you sand. But if you wanted to use, say, these grass squares here, You need to put something underneath it because these trees will naturally grow, unless this is one of mine. No, I don't think it is. I mean, you can use the road if you wanted to. So there's several ways of doing it, in all fairness. So I can put this in quite happily like that. But you can use the transparent road and then put the grass squares on top of it if you preferred. I mean, to be honest, you could use any road, I guess. But if you wanted like the more lush looking greener grass, or is it the same? No, it's exactly the same. Oh, okay. Never mind. Forget that. But I do put the transparent road down underneath things at times. Yeah, we need to put the square slightly underneath the houses, I think, just to get rid of that weird sandy edge. I love how quick they go for it when it comes to doing roads. They really love it. So many things they have to do, but they see a road and they're just compelled to go and build it. It's kind of funny. I need to move that one as well, don't I? See, not paying attention. We can sort that out. Not a problem at all. Where's our fence? Here it is. I want to close one. This one. Yeah, so that a little bit strange. Move that from there. Single. That will work nicely. Plus they need their garden paths. Can't do it without that. Oh, I'm liking this because it's got the clock on it as well. There we go. And just because I'm bothered by the little edges. Now you've got two options, I suppose, here. Or three. Ignore it and don't be weird like me. You could go for the square underneath the building. Let me just rotate this. Yeah. Come on. Play nicely. Yeah. Well, it's not actually technically under the building, I guess. There is it. It's on top of that. And it will get rid of it. And the other option, I think, is one of my favourite little bits. Is it this one? No. This one. Like that. And that will hide it. And I think that looks kind of nice itself, but for this area we're just going to go with plain old green square. I mean, there's still a tiny edge, but I just don't want to see that sand there. Don't mind it here on the path so much. Same again here. I might have to go down the edge here as well, just looking at it. Yeah. Same on this side. And last but not least. Brilliant. We're getting there. So I'm guessing in here we'll probably put grass as well, and then we'll get some trees and things like that. I don't know why I'm not building the road in here. I guess it's just because I'm actually on the square tool. I think I just missed one, didn't I? Yep. The good thing about this as well is it will go underneath things like the fountain, which is very nice. So you kind of get that seamless transition. There we go. The only thing is I need to decide what kind of bushes and things. I might even put some of the new tulips that Kraljog made in here. See what we can do with them, because they were really colourful. I think I missed one again. Yep. Now you could say to me, well, where are they getting all the water from for this fountain? And for this lovely grass? Well, there's water here. Stick a hose pipe over the side and a manual pump. And they can water it. I think this is going to look great. I'm really liking these buildings together. It's a shame this one's semi-redundant, but again, I like this. We can put our camels or our horses here as well. Need to fix that corner. It's starting to take shape in here now. Not as quickly as I would have hoped, because I am taking my sweet time with it. But I think this corner is looking really good. I think I'm going to leave this episode here. So until next time, as always, take care.